Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another New Blood tournament game of Fury of Dracula, where we have burcmali, the legendary, the fun, the wild, the Dracula magnet, the crazy night supply for double Emmanuel Hildershim, burcmali versus DonOJack, which is new upcoming player. Uh, because he's new and upcoming, I am not able to present him with as wide array of titles of burcmali. But if he beats burcmali, this will be one of his maybe first worthy titles. Burcmali beater. Okay, it doesn't sound that well, but okay. I have with me to support me with my all top-notch jokes and all the bottom line jokes too. The meme lord himself, the funniest guy in our community, Captain Gyro. Welcome.
Oh, great to be here. Thank you for having me as a guest on the channel. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. I've pulled up some of the results. I'm not sure quite how up to date these are, but I show DonOJack with 6 games played, and he's 3 wins and 3 losses.
Okay, so he is the man of balance.
Yeah. It's a chance for him to show his stuff and get that positive win rate.
Yeah. On the other hand, having balance usually meant that you are balanced personality and that in some ways you are a good guy, but since the Infinity War, you can be the second type of balanced guy, which is mad murderer that just kills everyone. Each pick what you like more.
I think you might have missed the point of that movie. He was the bad guy.
Yeah, but he was the guy that talked about balance, right? So if DonOJack will be a person that keeps the balance by murdering people, but maybe that's actually wait. I have on a channel a game with him, right? I think I do.
DonOJack? Probably.
Yeah, because
just about everybody.
he's the person with yeah. Okay, no. Because he's the person with 3 nicks. He has different Discord nick, different Fury of Dracula channel nick, and different Fury of Dracula game nick. So that's why it didn't click first in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I played. It is quite recent video when I did the Lair strategy in England, mind you. England doesn't have much space, so it is very difficult to backtrack to your lair, but I managed.
But also difficult for the hunters to avoid key lairs.
Yes, and that's the thing. He wasn't avoiding them. He was just
narrow alley.
yeah. He was running like mad dog at me, and that was a crazy game. It was very close game actually. At one point, he had a good chance, good shot at winning, and so yeah, he was chasing me like a mad dog with his hunters, like literally. Mina 5 health. Oh, I know where Dracula is. Let's go there.
Let's fight.
Yeah. Why not? Like,
Courage. And you gotta be willing to die if you're willing to kill the vampire.
yeah, something like that. And he died a lot, but he almost killed me. So I wonder what will be his playstyle as Dracula. Will be as much reckless and aggressive.
Well, just like in real life, if you're injured to near death when you're anywhere in England or Ireland, they immediately send you off to Madrid. That's where the best doctors are, the best intensive care hospitals.
That's interesting. You know what? Maybe that's what Scotsword does because he is Englishman, Scotsman,
Yeah.
but he lives right now. Like he lives in a
He
sense
tends to the wounded in Madrid. and
in
he's
Madrid.
shipped
I'm not sure in Madrid, but
yeah.
in Spain. So I wonder if Scotsword is a person that, oh man, I need to go back to my home in Spain. So he just goes into the car and a car crash, like to have an accident, to be
They
wounded.
bring him there.
Yeah. And he just, yeah, take me to the hospital in Madrid. And then he doesn't have to pay for the planes and all of that.
Yeah, but he would have to discard his entire hand. Not his train tickets, though.
Yeah.
And there's the dark call, ladies
Oh.
and gentlemen. Let's
Oh.
go.
Yeah, my favorite start of. I mean, I wonder. Okay, this is the question. Can I ask a question to our public, Captain Gyro?
Fire away.
Okay, do you think
Good
they will
channel.
answer though?
I don't know if you'll be satisfied with the answer.
I don't have to be.
You
I
want to
just,
know? Let me see if I can guess.
Yes,
before
you can
ask.
guess.
You
Yeah.
want to know what the hell's going on out there that everybody loves the dark call so much?
Exactly. Yes. Like,
You're trying to figure out why it's so popular.
yeah. Like,
It's just in vogue right now.
yes. Like, what happens? Oh, Galway. Okay, that's
It's
it.
the season of the dark call.
But in general, what I saw from previous like in old videos of Scott Sword and Quincy Morris, it in the old days when the community was still young and weak because I wasn't in the community and everyone didn't know how to play Dracula. Like, this is quite common among new Dracula players to dark call among first few days, and I wonder what is the appeal.
Okay. I don't know why he'd do it like this exactly, but and to clarify, I'm only playing the devil's advocate here because I tend
Sure.
to agree with you. I don't care for a dark call. I don't care for damaging myself when I'm Dracula.
Yeah.
It, as you always say, it messes with your encounter economy. If you have the luxury of being able to have good encounter economy, you know, laying down layers constantly, not moving by sea much,
Yeah. Yeah.
you might as well try to set up for that kind of play if you can. But let's say he had misdirected and then immediately afterwards played Dark Call,
Yes.
then you can feed, right? And
Or
now
hide.
your trail is really short, but at least like you've delayed newspaper reports, right? Because misdirect, Dark Call, and feed are all in a row.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a while before they can actually get you with newspapers. But he didn't play it like that, right? They could still newspaper tomorrow.
Yeah. 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 I mean, the idea of the card, not the design, but the idea that you hurt yourself to harness power as that, as that being that can manipulate life force itself. It is appealing, but why is it so shitty? Ooh,
Well,
Agatha is in play.
I mean, maybe again, I don't know that I would say it's necessarily bad. Like I don't care for it, but having a hand that is good instead of a hand that is bad right when you need it, I mean, maybe it could make the difference. I don't know for sure, but I don't know. I don't know with Dark Call. You have to think about it like this. If it was better, you don't want to have a situation where it's just a no-brainer to play it, right? You don't want to have.
But
like,
it's never. It would
similar to misdirecting your first space. It's you almost always misdirect your first space. It's almost like the correct play every time.
Not me. Other people do.
Me neither, to be honest.
Because you forget sometimes, right? That's what it.
I've
Oh,
been
no,
known to,
fuck.
but I also
Yeah.
like to. What I like to do instead of misdirecting it, I make it a place that it won't really matter that much, like Zurich or Strasbourg or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, congratulations, you found out that I'm in Central Europe. Big deal.
One day
And
earlier
then
instead of
you save
one day
the
later.
misdirect
Oh,
for some kind of wolf form shenanigan. Oh, they found him. They
Yeah.
found him in Varna.
yeah.
That's crazy. Nice hired scouts. Good call.
It weren't scouts.
Oh, what was it?
Newspaper.
Oh, it was newspapers. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is a good sense from by DonOJack, which is he started really the furthest away from hunters, like either Constanta Varna or Athens, or with Mina and Godalming in Munich. Even with Helsinki in Manchester, it all adds up. That tiny distances. Some of hunters will be that one day later here. So I understand that he probably dark called to use the to protect Varna with hide. So
Yeah, that's a good read. I mean, he puts down the vampire, and now he's thinking, if I dark call, I've got a good shot at getting maybe fog, bats, or saboteur, and then it's time for the hide trick.
yes, but I would argue.
Sense of emergency.
Oh
Nina's
wait,
just
it
going
was
straight at it.
Sophia. Sophia.
That's probably hoax or bodyguard.
Or bots, or reckless vampire,
Oh, you think he's
or
playing a bit
spy.
of engineer Dracula? He's trying to construct the castle.
Oh, someone is up to date.
He's going Bob the Builder on him.
Yeah. Oh, Gyro, you're flattering me. I'm going all red on my face, right here. Like, oh, it is worth making videos just for you. Do you feel that you become the better Dracula already? Or not yet? Or was it not enough yet?
Not yet. I haven't played enough yet. But
But I mean, just by
yeah,
watching that video.
It's good to consider all these different types of strategies, and rather you've like labeled them and categorized them, which of course is helpful for people to understand them. But then the next level, the 201 level, of course, is like understanding how to
Yes.
synergize them all together holistically. Like when do
Yes.
you need to switch
Yes.
tactics?
Yes, and how to even use it well. So what we are referring to is that I published today, like the basic introductory guide for Dracula, how to, what are, let's say, Dracula concepts, tools that I named classes just for the heck of it, and that you can use, to win and to mess up with hunters. So I won't be advertising that much. I mean, I encourage you to watch it and see if you like it, and maybe maybe me with GBphilly and maybe other people from the community will gather some more resources to help out. Because one of the things that I realized watching the New Blood tournament, that actually this is a really hard game.
Yeah.
I may surprise you, Gyro. I don't know if I did surprise you, but I do believe that it actually like made me realize again, let's say, that it is a really hard game with all that control of hunters, or on the other hand, predicting hunters, all the choices. It is a really hard game.
Yeah, it's a very high skill floor just to get good at the game, but it's also a very high skill ceiling.
Yes,
Like,
this is true.
optimal
This is true.
at it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting game. We've said this before. How like at low levels of play, hunters don't know how to play, and they don't know how to be hunters yet. Whereas Dracula, even a new beginner Dracula, can pick up and play Dracula.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to just play Dracula, and against new people you can win. But then the hunters, when they learn how to actually play the game, quote unquote, right,
Yeah.
then it becomes almost impossible for Dracula to win until he learns how to up his game.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
then you
And then
start
that
getting up to the
uppage.
highest levels of play where it's actually pretty balanced. But
I
if I'll
don't
say one
know, man.
more thing is that it's a well designed game because it's balanced at all levels in a sense. I mean, like I said, except at the very beginning where the hunters are still really new and don't know how to play. Once you get over that initial hurdle of like understanding how to pilot the hunters,
But
it's balanced all the way from the bottom to the highest levels of play. And if it's too hard for new people, you can turn off Dracula's powers. Don't forget about that too.
now this is interesting. Okay, I mean this is like interesting discussion. I would love to talk a little bit more. In usually we would
Right, I'm
have the
getting a little
time
sidetracked.
because it is just the first week, right?
Yeah,
But
so he did Dark Call for bats. Yeah,
yes,
go on.
I mean I was just saying, Bats and Mina just lost life and weapon to Spice. Will DonOJack push her onto himself? Are you doing this?
Be interesting because he would have to face a Dawn fight,
Yeah, but maybe these are
but that'd be
wolves or
fine.
bodyguards. Maybe Mina
And then
doesn't
he
have a
forces
weapon.
Mina to waste an action to move off of him.
Yeah, I mean he has a dawn fight, then he feeds and has another fight. And if she doesn't have a weapon and it is wolves or
No, he's not doing it.
uh, that's a
Yeah, you
shame.
were hoping to see her get assassinated. Yeah, he probably should have tried something like that. It might have taken some damage, but it probably would have been worth it because she just sense of emergency into here, right? So
Yeah, and she has that one less item, and
you know she's down an event.
she's going into direction to the rumored encounter. Maybe she has a stake. So if she has a stake, she has nothing for combat. She may be fairly easy killed. And if she doesn't have a stake, he will get to know that. So he will know in what danger is his vampire, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, he could have combined the strategies of Ezio Auditore Assassin's Creed Dracula
yeah,
with protect the castle.
yeah. And
Yeah,
like,
Dracula can interpose himself between the hunter and the vampire and flip the script because usually the vampires are there to protect Dracula,
yes,
but 15 health is a lot when it's he interposes himself between you and the vampire.
yeah.
So you're gonna have to go
13.
through me.
Right now it is 13, but there's still some. Especially that if this vampire matures, Constanta gets cleared anyway. So why not use that and counter?
That's a good point. Yeah, could have gotten a little more damage off perhaps.
Yeah. I did hope to see some wild aggression from Dracula. I mean, I saw him being wildly aggressive as hunters, so I hoped it transitions, but
Well, especially when you see a dark call like that, you hope that he's going to make the most out of those encounters that he got with the dark call.
yeah.
Right? 'Cause if you suffer 2 damage, but then you end up knocking out Mina.
Yeah, but now
I'll take
those
that.
bats will turn out to be, if Mina has a stake, then it will be a little bit of inconsequential, to be honest,
Yeah,
right?
not a big deal exactly.
Yeah, she will just come next day and kill it, and suddenly, okay, all like half the trail is cleared because it is Darkle, Hyde, and Sophia along the way. While if he pushed her onto himself, he would just accelerate, like combo, like spice make her easier to kill, bats deliver the kill, right, and all of that. And
That's interesting. If your vampire is going to mature and clear your trail, it's kind of to Dracula's advantage if it's only clearing things like Dark Call and the Hide card.
yeah,
But if it does not mature, then yeah, his trail is really impotent
yeah,
for the next
that,
few days. It's
yeah,
inconsequential.
That's why it like needs a little bit more protection. And
Risk
he was
reward.
able, after Mina discarded a knife, he was able to ambush if that is a fighter vampire. If not, then protecting it even more has that much more value, right? Because you mature some weak aristocrat. Oh my.
It's interesting.
Okay,
Now,
but
how much more effective would this be if he had done like you said and already beat her up with bats and like?
yeah, yeah.
Then
Okay, so why now?
yeah,
That is maybe he put another vampire in 10, but killing a hunter is almost like maturing a vampire in many cases. It
almost
it
as good.
it gives you,
Got a planned ambush here in the day fight.
yeah, and she has no combat items, but she has nine. I mean, now she has. It is day fight and she has 9 health, so there's no way he can kill her. She basically can play escape and dodge, only those cards, and
The
she will
only,
lose at most 4 health. It is too late
I
right
think
now, sadly.
yeah, the only thing planned ambush is really doing here for you is trying to not get fanged on your way out. But I think
Yeah, it is a little bit.
respectfully, yeah, like maybe not the best use of planned ambush. Like, okay, yeah, you avoided the fang, but he still could fang again.
But I mean, there's Agatha in play, so Fangs it doesn't. Fangs is the same as Claws.
Yeah, I didn't even think about Sister Agatha. You're right. Yeah,
Uh,
in that case, I think planned ambush would better have been saved.
yeah, exactly. So I like the overall idea. So I think that DonOJack is onto something. It just the execution is lacking.
Agreed.
It,
Yeah, he's got a plan here. He's trying to beat up on Mina and protect his vampire, but it maybe yeah could have been done a little better perhaps.
yeah,
It's easy for us to say when we're watching, of course.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But
but yeah, what's gonna happen here? I wonder. He still could wolf form away.
he doesn't need to wolf from away. Like, come on. Mina has no
No, not
combat
yet.
items.
I'm just thinking.
Hunters are far away. He can just walk around freely.
You've already seen one sense of emergency, so you know Godalming's not likely to sense of emergency onto you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad that she's in 50 though, because she can't supply for anything.
I mean, she goes to Varna to kill it, and
Yeah,
she will
deal
supply
deal with the
56.
vampire there. Yeah,
Yeah. So, at least
that'll
the
mean
plan.
Dracula's slipping away for a bit, but that's fine.
She had escape route and decided to play. This is weird for me. She had
Maybe he
escape.
meant to play escape route,
Maybe I misclick.
or maybe, yeah, who
And,
knows?
and Stuart is like Mina is fighting their Dracula there. Godalming is riding horse to support her. Helsing is vomiting through the boat to get on boots on the land, and Stuart is like,
Stewart.
"Are there any rumors of vampires? Have you heard about anything?" And like everyone is like, "No, we have Scotsword here. We are safe from vampires."
Seward is sifting through a
Yeah.
whole pile of garlic wreaths, I bet. He's like, oh, isn't there anything except dogs in here? Come on.
Yeah. Well, Stuart has. Supply. Interesting. Stuart. Stuart. There are 3 garlic reefs discarded already, so you know. And
That's the fun of playing the hunters, is trying to make order out of the chaos that is the randomness of the decks.
this is true. I mean, but randomness, limited randomness. You will go through the item deck anyway, right? So this is okay. So
This is true.
it is aristocratic.
The random element comes in when, like, Godalming draws all 3 horses or something like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
when
Yes.
things get interesting, and you have to start juggling things around and
Oh,
start
like,
multitasking while you're also trying to deal with Dracula's trail. That's when
Yeah.
it really turns into a headache. But
Yeah,
it's fun.
yeah.
That's the game.
Yeah. But
And then as Dracula, you try to recognize when there's weakness. You try to think, why is he still ticketing even though his hunters are beat up? Why is he night supplying? What's going on? Like,
or
where's
like
he look for the
why
chink in
only
the armor?
why only one hunter is using horses? What's up with that? And suddenly, that hunter goes to other hunters and starts trading, and
Yep.
everyone starts
Yep.
using horses, and you're like, oh, there were 3 horses and one hunter, right?
Yeah. Somebody reveals a knife, and then you're like, where's that knife? Is it being passed around? Who's got the knife?
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah, it's fun.
So
Nobody ever said it was easy, though.
yes. I mean, there's some basic level, and that if you get over that level, you can manage majority of the games as hunters, right? If you manage to get over the basic difficulty of juggling the items, tickets, and events in like good enough way. You don't need to do this perfectly. Oh, the stake, despite it being aristocratic, okay.
Instead. Yeah, I like a good team game.
And that refers to what?
Like I'm having multiple hunters.
I mean hunter players.
Yeah. My favorite is having 400 players.
Oh yeah, but there's a lot of mess, but also a lot of fun. Like
Yeah.
much.
A little more social.
Yes. Less skill involved, less strategy, less thinking, less all that, but more like YOLO and swag. More
Yeah.
fun,
So, yeah, they are fun.
quite often. So,
Plus, I enjoy, much like these commentaries. Well, I mean, this one's a little different because we know where Dracula is by now, but I enjoy having someone to talk to and speculate about Dracula's plans and stuff like
yeah.
that. Like, where is he? Do you think? Where would he go? Where would you go if you were him?
And there's always that one
telling
hunter.
you what he thinks.
Yeah, and there's always that one hunter player that says, I don't care, and just, misdirect like that. Like I don't know, and just wild missile either just runs straight up on Dracula into some wild 1v1 fight, or just runs off the map away from everything. Just that was a blind bad guess. And, yeah. So this
There's
is
only one card on the trail now.
yeah, and I mean I do see a great potential in DonOJack. I think that he had a lot of there is a lot of unique style in his play, and I think definitely there's a way to make it strong, right? Like if he pushed Mina onto himself, that could be literally game winning. He kills Mina for 2 or 3 points, he matures Vampire for 7 points, and suddenly, boom, first week 10 points Dracula. Good
Yeah.
day, goodbye, right?
What might have been.
Yeah, what might have been, and
Yeah, definitely he's got the right idea.
like some wild concepts. It is true.
And it seems he's misdirected 10 in an
Yeah,
effort to create a bit of obfuscation as to which direction he went,
yeah, but
which
isn't
has
it?
its drawbacks.
Doesn't he have enough obfuscation already? He increased from 1, 2, 3, 4 locations to 5 locations, and like,
Yep.
but he lost
An encounter.
one more
Yeah.
spot that hunters need to deal with.
And it was in 10. Having an encounter in 10 is valuable because it's the only big city for hunters to get to.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the 2 ports on the coast, but other than that, it's kind of the only good one is 10.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
can put a nice saboteur in 10 or something like that.
Yeah, just keep hunters occupied, right? And it is a bit of shame, and like he's safe right now. What? Only Godalming is around, so it's not like he needs obfuscation to stay alive. He basically
And
Yeah.
you have to think about it this way. Now they can check 10 anyway, right?
Yeah,
So they're gonna have to go there anyway.
I don't know.
It's interesting.
So yeah, like l- there were some ideas, but in some ways he more or less dismantled his own trail by himself, right?
Hmm.
Misdirect, Darkle, hide, and no vampire mature to clear all those empty spaces. So hunters have, yeah, Mina will supply a few times, will heal, and she'll be in full power. And suddenly hunters have nothing, not much to do. So they will
Yeah,
just
they'll have to
realize,
deal with 17, and then yeah,
yeah,
that'll be
they,
that. They'll figure out where Dracula is. 17 and wherever he is now, 49, 46.
I mean, they deal with 17 and they have entire week.
Yes.
All right, a lot of time, and other hunters are closing in to close up uh, the exit from the east.
Yeah, Seward and Van Helsing are coming along slowly but surely. This is where you have to get somebody to Munich, in my mind. You have to try to close off Munich before Dracula gets there.
It
Uh,
does help a lot. That's
I've
true.
I've lost games because I had, a suspicion that he was heading to Munich. I think he's heading to Munich, but I'm not sure yet. And then, I didn't get anybody there in time, and then found out that's exactly what he was doing. And I'm sitting there going, I knew it. Well, if you knew it, you should have done something about it. You should have deterred him ahead of time instead of chasing after him.
I mean,
It's better for if he's forced. Let's say he goes to Zagreb. He's in 59. It's better for him to have to wolf form over
oh,
Munich
definitely. If you force Wolfram from
than to
Dracula, just
actually
like,
let him get to 38 and wolf.
yeah, or maybe even exit by foot without the wolf, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
That's if Dracula can exit east without the need for wolf form, that is a big win because wolf form is like the safety net from many, even consecrated ground. If Dracula doesn't have wolf form because it is on the trail, consecrated ground is so much more potent.
There it is, 49. He is. I wager he is trying to slip out through the corridor.
Yeah,
I bet
but
he's in 59 right now.
oh, a slow horse. But then again, now going to Munich right now is very dangerous because the next day it can be entered by up to three. Oh, okay, that was inefficient move by hunters.
Yeah,
Marcellus would be
much better.
strictly better, I think, unless he wants to go to Brussels for some reason or Strasbourg. I mean, no, Strasbourg no, because Marcellus can go
No,
to Strasbourg. So
no, Marcy's better.
yeah, Marseille is better because you can reach Munich. So suddenly Munich, because of that Seward move, Munich became much more safer. Ooh, and no rail? Hmm.
Yeah, a 3 ticket to go from 7 to 38 would have been huge there.
Yeah.
You
Maybe.
gotta block it
Maybe.
off. You gotta bottleneck Dracula. You
Ooh.
gotta floodgate him.
Okay, nice fight with a new vampire. Well,
Let's go.
often hunters, when the trail is almost clear, and they're close onto Dracula. Hunters usually, especially the front hunters, on the front end hunters, they stop checking that. So they will
Yep.
be not delayed or damaged or revealed or weakened. Oh, strength, that's not. Why did you punch? Run away. Okay, okay. Maybe,
Yeah, the idea being you can
yeah,
have the lead people deal with Dracula, and even if
yeah,
you can't kill him, maybe you can get some damage out on him
yeah, yeah.
before the trail needs to be dealt with. Or best case scenario, you kill him and don't have to worry about the trail at all now.
Yeah,
So yeah,
or
they
sometimes
tend
just
to.
pressure, So Dracula is like feels pressure and places some combat encounters like wolves, bodyguards,
Mhm.
or
You
mob.
know you're going to be facing the worst ones because you're getting close to him.
I mean, yeah. So like hoaxes, vampires, all
That's
of
wh-
that maybe not put down, right?
that's
So
why
it's
somebody with a really good nose can sometimes sniff out bats ahead of time. It's
this
really
is
tough.
true.
It's really tough. And even when you're right, sometimes you end up searching it anyway. And
Yeah,
yeah, I think it was
because the
blasting.
risk of missing the hoax or vampire is too big. But yeah,
Yeah. Which I think a big part of handling your hoaxes as Dracula is holding out on them so that the fear of a hoax mature is still there.
that is also true.
I used to
Ooh,
think double hoax was
close
good.
into garlic. Suddenly got me closing 6 health in this knife fight.
Yeah, so good.
This is massive, and also showing garlic. Garlic is really weak combat card
Hey,
against
why don't you
Dracula.
talk about garlic?
So sorry, Jaro, but I'm just telling the truth. That's I'm
Holy cow.
surprised that Godalming played garlic here because usually like it is plotting
You
versus.
think you're gonna get mesmerized and bit or something like
I mean
that?
he
Yeah,
is mesmerized already, or so.
yeah. So maybe that's why the garlic came out. Didn't want
But
to get that bite
I
portion.
think the obvious one would be like plotting here, or maybe yeah, maybe you assume that Dracula assumes that you want to stop plotting, so they bite your ass. Okay, what will happen here? Like, Godalming is suddenly being cracked. Another claws. Okay, dodge.
Dodge. Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's getting beat up, but he dodged that one.
Okay, so DonOJack doesn't seem to be keen on plotting. He should have at least one in his hand.
I mean, he may have expected an escape.
Yeah. And I mean, now the issue is that Godalming uses garlic and is safe.
True.
Dracula, like Vampire, can do nothing to him because both claws were used.
That's the power of garlic.
Yeah, garlic is a really good item. Did you like that?
It's good at keeping your hunter alive.
This is true. Oh, and correct
It's
response. Escape as missed. Yeah.
yeah, good escapism. It's not really good at killing vampires. It's good at protecting you from vampires.
Yeah. So that's the biggest issue of the garlic, because you don't win by protecting yourself, you win by killing
Exactly.
vampires.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
Defense is a part of the game, but it's not your win condition.
Yes. I mean, early game sometimes obviously why not, because it extends the game, and when the game is extended, usually hunters win. But yeah. But this was a big win for Dracula. 6 damage on a hunter that is searching for him and revealing a garlic.
Hmm.
Massive.
Big, big, big value out of a single encounter.
Yeah, and both Helsing and Seward are far away. I mean, Dracula can enter Munich here and be reasonably safe.
Yeah. And you raise an interesting point about like the value of items. We talk about tier lists, like certain items are better than others, and it's true. But there's situational value for everything, right? Like an example you gave once was pistol versus rifle,
Yeah,
which is typically rifle is seen as the better card because it can stop escape as bat, and if Dracula can escape as a bat, that's his like first step towards winning.
yeah,
Uh, so it's really important to stop escape as bat. But if Dracula can't escape his bat until round 5 of the combat, and it's week 4, and he has 6 health, like, and you caught him in a 2-on-1, all of a sudden rifle isn't really that important anymore,
yeah,
and maybe even stopping plotting could be better.
yeah,
Because remember,
yeah,
he can plot for an escape as missed, or the
yeah.
party needs to kill you. That's an
exactly. Or
example. Yeah.
sometimes there are some regions like England, or sometimes catching Dracula in Spain or Italy. There's even no place to run away as bats. So, okay, breaking a fight can be still decent for Dracula, but it's not as nasty as running away to spaces, and you still does some damage and Dracula escapes. It can often be considered a win for hunters.
Yeah. No.
But that
Just like yeah.
plotting, yeah, and plotting
If you have
can make
it,
some
go on.
massive. Yeah, I mean, plotting can be a massive win tool for Dracula. Plotting can basically be a killing tool. It
Yeah.
may sound weird because like when you plot, you don't do anything, so it is the least killy tool, right? But being able to guarantee to land a card that you're like fetching for example, bite on mesmerized Mina or close on someone with low health, is something what allows you to kill hunters, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It lets you seal the deal on a wounded person instead of having to
Exactly.
just go, shucks, they got away this time.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it totally helps him assassinate. And that's
yeah,
again an example where garlic comes into play. Like if you have Dracula in a 2-on-1 fight and he's got 11 health, garlic's not really a very good item for either of your hunters to have. Oh, and he is in Munich. Here we go.
yeah,
But
okay,
if Dracula has you trapped in a 1-on-1 fight in the first week, all of a sudden it's really good to have garlic on you
exactly.
because you're probably gonna survive that fight thanks to the garlic.
Yeah, in many cases, yes,
So
garlic.
the value of things is determined by the whole macro situation of the
Yeah,
game.
this is very well put. Each combat is not isolated incident on itself, but plays a role in the context of the entire situation on the board. Okay, what is it horse discarded? I wonder. Was it horse discarded? No, it was
What was that? A mob?
garlic. Yeah, it was a mob.
Ooh,
And
you got rid of
like
that garlic.
garlic. Oh, that is scary. We were just talking like garlic is the keep.
If
Oh,
Seward had gone to 36 instead
he
of
would.
15, he would be on
Yeah,
top of Dracula right now.
that's.
That would be
Ooh.
3-on-1 combat.
burcmali. A little bit rusty here.
Yeah, I don't know about that move to 15,
Yeah.
but I mean, at least. No, wait, Van Helsing already moved. Oh,
Yes,
rats.
because he was in Prague. Ooh, charted. So, 17 is maturing.
Is she? Oh,
It can be big.
yeah.
What is? Oh, this is
Or it might.
why.
It could also be a nothing card because he might have been hoping for his vampire to mature, so he put a nothing card behind it. But it could also be like insurance. If the vampire doesn't mature, well, I've got a hoax right behind it just in case.
Yeah.
Um, that's something you can do because sometimes hunters will get, I don't know what you call it, maybe cocky. They'll get the vampire with the rumor out of the way, and then they'll be
Yeah.
like, all right, that's good enough. Let's get out of
Yeah.
here.
You're right. Like playing. You, I feel that sometimes people overvalue the. Oh, I need to space my vampires because if he will mature, then he'll clear other vampires. But how often do you mature a vampire? Less than once per combat. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. But now.
Dracula's gonna get hurt, but it. Well, I mean, Lord
Oh.
Godalmy's gonna get really hurt.
Yeah. So Godalming should be dead here.
Yeah, he
There
should have
shouldn't
to
be
pay
a
for that.
way for Godalming to survive. The thing is that Fangs don't heal. Right now, DonOJack would be able to plot for Fangs and heal up some of that damage. But, but. Yeah, I kinda expected Heavenly Host, I won't lie. So, okay, what will happen here?
Fast horses, heavenly host, and garlic. He's lucky. I mean, he got hit by that mob. He's lucky he didn't run into a bodyguards.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know if
yeah,
it'll
yeah.
make a difference now. It looks like the mob will have done the job. You'll forgive a little
Yeah.
rhyme.
Is it a dodge? No, escape. Okay.
You are cooked.
But stop.
Cancel it.
Ca-
Yeah, cancel it for the style.
No, for the great strength, not the style.
Oh, you're right. It actually is optimal to cancel it. You're right.
Oh, and he has great strength.
But you
Captain.
shouldn't have played it.
Yes, I mean, Godalming is most probably dead. I mean, Dracula plotted. He fetched a necessary card. Like, if Dracula uses strength right now, and then claws or fangs, he kills Godalming. And there is really like even after the plotting, this is really hard for him to not have two damaging cards. But you see, plotting is hunter killing card. I'm surprised that he
Oh, it
started
absolutely
with
is.
plotting.
It's sneakily like his best combat card. In fact, I would even go so far as to say that.
Best no. I mean, it is very strong.
But
1v1, the
it's
more hunters, the weaker.
yes, with that qualification out of the way.
Yeah, and some
I
cards
mean,
like
if you're in a 1v1 fight, what's the one card you can't let Dracula get off? At least
Yeah.
until it's like round 4.
Yeah, it is like mesmerizing plottings because this is interesting. Hunters grow weaker with combat, where Dracula can grow stronger with combat.
Yep.
So this is funny because it is opposite to what happens on the big map, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that was an event. That was exciting.
Yeah, that was interesting. It's a shame that could have been a big pile up potentially.
Yeah, if not for Sister Agatha, it would be much more comfortable position for Dracula because he probably would be able to heal some of the damage dealt. I mean,
He knew the
lying,
garlic was discarded.
yeah, lying one fangs should have been fairly easy, and being on 11 health is in big deal, and having easier escapes from combats, right? When you have Agatha
Yes.
in play, you kind of have to play like you constantly have two less health in a sense.
Yeah, I think preventing Dracula from sucking your blood during the combat is one of the more like underrated elements of
Yeah,
the game.
yeah,
I think people tend to underestimate how important it is for him to not suck your blood.
yeah. Because like 1v1 combat has so many benefits for Dracula.
Right.
Fairly easy escape as bat, like easier than usual escape as bats that messes up everything. Or breaking, biting, and all of that, like weakening hunters. The second part, and the third part is that this is one of the fairly easier ways for Dracula to heal. Is 1v1 combat.
It, it's not only like easier for him to do than his other healing methods, but it requires no resource investment from him.
Yeah.
There's risk of damage, sure.
Yeah,
But he doesn't have to lay down a card. He doesn't have to take a day to feed
yeah.
and lose movement on the trail. He doesn't
Or
have
like-
to go to Castle Dracula and give away his position.
Or
He doesn't really
mature
have to
soil,
do anything.
right?
Yeah, and so my trading card gamer brain is thinking like that's like free value. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Whenever you can get something for nothing.
And more importantly, it
it's
is
free.
value when your opponent tries to win the game.
Yeah. It's a really bad time for him to be healing because he's supposed to be taking damage.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. And
Yeah,
you know,
that's why I think
Dracula
Knife is really good. of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, this is
Crucifix,
true.
slightly underrated card. How many times have you been in a situation where Dracula's only like real path to success, like he's cornered, right, and his
Yeah.
only chance is to suck some blood in this fight, or he's gonna die, right?
Hmm.
That's when you whip out the crucifix on him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, the thing is that this is the second 1v1 fight. When he was with Mina, it was also 1v1 fight. Maybe, yeah, I mean, this is the best moment to use wolf form because he has a
mhm.
vampire. Unless a vampire will mature right now, but if you had aristocratic in 17, do you mature it right now? Or like
Mm,
aristocratic, or like any vampire, do you mature
that's
it right now?
tough. If
It is
it's
tough.
aristocratic, you'd be at 7 points instead of 3.
Yeah,
I think I would probably take that, to be honest with you.
no mature though. But it clears your rumored new
I
vampire that.
know, but
But will it survive for 3 whole days when there are two hunters with horses nearby?
exactly. Exactly. I think you take the sure thing if you can.
Yeah, yeah. And 7 points is a lot. 7 points is really the break point that
Mhm.
now suddenly uh, when you manage to lose hunter's feet, get back a little bit of your health, uh, you can try to do some extensive avoiding and like going some extensive pirate Dracula
Yep.
strategy
Yep.
because you don't need anything. You just land. Hunters have literally 1 day to kill you, and then you win.
That's the
Obviously, oh,
classic method. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
why Venice?
Yeah. I don't know if I
I
took the.
think what hunters needed to. Yeah, I mean, Wolfram is too. Did he expect him to make a trick?
Maybe. Maybe how he'd be
Wait,
tricksy.
but what happened? Why Godalming didn't move out of the hospital? Godalming just supplied.
Okay, Mina's looks like she's gonna deal with vampire. No ambush.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a misplay, I think, by burcmali. He should have moved Godalming away from the hospital because one supply out of the hospital gives you more than two supplies in the hospital
Right.
because you get
Right.
two
And he
items
also
and
would have taken
event.
an event.
Yeah, instead of just two items. Maybe he missed that in all of that action. Wait, what is?
No
Oh,
stake?
heroic clip? No. What is going
No, it's
on?
just a fight.
Night
He's
fight.
just gonna fight it.
Wait, is this some holy bullets
Cheeky whole heavenly host.
or heavenly? I mean, isn't that a little bit too crazy? Okay, book
Not
Mali.
if it works. If it works,
Oh,
it was badass.
crazy Bork Mali approaches. What is
Imagine just
happening?
sending Mina after a 4 health new vampire because she's got a heavenly host and like a pistol.
And
Let's do it.
that's wife.
Oh
Okay,
no.
thanks.
Oh
I guess.
no.
Oh,
Oh, it heals though. We just
yeah,
talked about this. You can't let it heal off you.
yeah. Okay. So I mean, still in range of the bullets, though.
Yeah. Hang on,
So
I'll be
what?
right back. Step away for 1 second.
Sure, but okay, great strength is gone. I mean, it was lost. So new vampire, if mesmerizes right now and finds opportunity to second fang, it will be a lot of points. Why? Was it a misclick? No, it has to be bullets, right? Yes, it's pistol with bullets, and the issue is that bullets don't even kill right now because it will be 4 damage. Oh, what is this, burcmali? You're a crazy madman. Okay, I wonder how obvious it is for DonOJack, but I guess he's playing this properly overall. Like this is a cool play. This is cool combat here. Strength? She's running away, right? Yes, she's running away. Yeah.
Okay, she did reveal a pistol.
Yes. So it is bullets, and then Danko Dracula played strength when. I think I don't know what was his combat hand, but I think he shouldn't have played strength then, because it was like hunters were in such a disadvantage that they basically had to just run away.
Yeah. Interesting.
And if you keep strength, okay. If he punches or dodges, you have strength for the second one, right?
Now, do you get Van Helsing over there, and then you can 2-on-1 the vampire on
Uh,
Sunday?
Suddenly those issues start piling. I mean, you can. Oh, right, because he has to move. He cannot horse there. Oh, one. Oh, this is an exciting game. I like it. I like it. I mean,
Interesting.
yeah, there's a lot of action, a lot of back and forth. I I do see a potential here, in our new friend DonOJack. Oh, and Mina is moving away. Wait, I mean, okay. I mean, calm your tits. I guess just Stuart has a stake, right? This is what's going. Stuart has a stake, and
Yeah, and he's gonna fast horse over to it. Okay,
yeah, 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 yeah,
that makes sense. Don't give him that. Don't give him that 6 points.
yeah.
You don't
No.
want him to be at 9.
No, no, no. Like, especially that you saw number of reckless there. Wait, listen. No one checked 53. No, wait. When Wolford Mina was there. So, ignore me. Ignore me.
Good point. The old, where did he wolf form to from Munich?
Yeah, I mean,
Classic trick.
like the classics are what, Marseilles, Leipzig, or Strasbourg, right? Because these are the biggest distances. I mean, the these are like the biggest open map distance that, okay,
Hmm.
it is far away, it is not that easy to find this, and also when you find this, you don't know when I moved next. So, oh wait, what is this misdirect?
What? What's
Oh
happening?
no, he wolfed to Prague, he went to Vienna, and now he's re-entering Zagreb. This is like, oh no, this is,
He went from Munich to 44,
yeah.
is what you're saying. And then he went to 58, and now he
No,
has no
wait.
choice but to
But why?
misdirect
Why misdirect and feed?
59.
This is great. Wait, is he? What is the issue?
Is
Is
this
that
like a gigantic brain move, or is it not? Time will tell.
I'm baffled. Why misdirect location that hunters know when you're not even moving this turn? What
Yeah.
what the hell is happening here?
Maybe he's thinking he's going to move there next turn, but yeah, he should have
Yeah, but
held off on the
scouts,
misdirect if that was
yeah,
the
like
case.
local rumor, evil presence, scouts. Like there's a lot of stuff that you can reveal you now, right? Okay, okay,
But
so the vampire is
but
dead,
but
right?
think of it this way, yeah. Now Seward would have to make the choice between checking 58 and going to 49.
59,
49.
49. Ah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if Dracula is
So
58, you don't
if
need to
he's in
check it.
50,
You have time. You
yeah,
have, like,
check it
Mina.
out later.
Yeah, literally, Mina can move to 59, right? And Dracula is cocked, literally. Okay. No, it. Oh, I'm afraid it was
I didn't
Prague.
see burcmali hasn't seen what you've seen with this misdirect, but I agree. The misdirect I mean, it's well, you blurted it out to me before I could really think about it, but yeah, it's revealed too much information
I mean,
that if that is in fact
yeah,
Dracula's plan and it's not
yeah,
a
and a
bluff.
stake, sad vampire. But yeah, okay.
Rip that lady.
That's a shame
Dead.
that he didn't ambush. But on the other hand, it is Seward. Like you do 4 damage to Seward, it doesn't really matter. Seward is annoying, so yeah. And sometimes you ambush and just maybe. I mean, killing 5 health vampire is a tall order in a combat, so maybe it's worth ambushing anyway.
Yeah, I mean, once it was clear that he was going to 49, probably he wasn't gonna knight fight it. I mean, there's always that chance.
I mean,
But yeah, he
there are still 2 stakes
probably
in
had
the
safe.
deck. Oh, at
One
that
now.
point, there were 2 stakes in the deck, and Mina
Right.
moved out so confidently. Like, if you plan to fight that vampire, you leave Mina there, you move with Seward, and then Mina
That's a
triggers the
good
fight
point. Yeah, they
2v1.
could have
Yeah,
fought it together. Yeah,
it
good
was
point.
it was a clear
I have
stake
stake.
play. Yeah.
Ooh, now he's trying to decide. Do I go to 59 or that's it? That's kind of all he can do unless he's gonna hide.
I mean, he has to do it at some point if he is in there. So better do this now, when Godalming has like random items, not polished supplies, and when
Yeah,
Helsing and Mina are spread out, right? Then do this later. But still, it plays so heavily into like renewed vigor and consecrated ground. If Dracula is in 59 and hunters have consecrated ground, that is a sad game then, because Dracula dies in 2 days.
yeah. If anybody's gonna die as the hunters, you kind of want it to be Lord Godalming. Like he
Yeah,
should be the first. If somebody has to actually die, he should be the one to die because when he comes back,
yeah,
he
this
gets
is.
the most benefit out of that full heal, right? He
Yeah,
goes from 0 back to 11
that's true.
as
And
opposed
also,
so that's like
when
more
wounded,
hit point value. But and
yeah,
he can supply twice as fast
yeah,
and he
and
can get better train tickets to get
yeah,
to Dracula. So
yeah.
it should
And
always
also,
be him as the
when
beast.
wounded, he takes more time than others to heal up, and also
Yeah.
he has the least useful strategic ability, in a sense that Mina can still scan, and her scans are actually, her scan would be very useful after the wolf form, right? Or Helsing still needs to trade those events, and God, I
Hmm.
mean, like, who,
Seward can heal people.
yeah, or himself when he's triggering the trail, so he is the most needed to heal to clear the trail, and God, I mean, is like, who cares? Okay, he's not playing like, he's not taking into consideration that the misdirect mattered, which is either not taking a bait or missing missing, the Dracula play.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, that would be a really clever like bluff if he actually was, in 36 the whole time.
Where is 36?
Marseille. Like if he actually
Ah, yeah.
he
Yeah,
he
like
wolfed
that.
there only to misdirect 59 to make it look like, oh, I'm planning some cheeky
Yeah,
thing.
that would be
That's why
wild.
they call it misdirect.
Yeah, but that would
That's I mean that's a
that would be
good
putting.
Dracula who can maintain those kind of like shadow trails.
Yes. Yeah, you are right. I mean, but that would be putting a lot of trust into hunters. Like, they pay a
Yes.
lot of attention, and I mean, that would be very respectable play. I still miss the fact that 59 has no encounter that hunters would need to deal with right now.
Yes.
So, I mean, I see spark of brilliance, I'd say, in our good DonOJack. He does a lot of uh, cool plays, but for now they are. I mean, he's dismantling his own trail, right? But few polishes here and there, adding more consistencies in various places, and I think we can learn a lot from him.
Yeah. Misdirect can be a very tricky card.
That is true.
So now the question becomes, is he really in 59? And he was hoping burcmali would notice, or was he hoping burcmali would notice? And he
Yes.
actually is far away. He's on his way to
Exactly.
Spain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or he's in Zagreb and just moving to Szeged or something like that, or like Sarajevo. Like he's going back. I mean, yeah, maybe
We
he's
got a
going
lot
back to
of
17. It is rare. Oh man,
yeah.
are we going to see next turn Sofia lair, 56 lair, 17 lair? Is it what we're going to see? And I mean, hunters are too strong on the movement. I mean, hunters checked quite a lot and didn't find any. Oh, newspaper. Okay, is it Prague? Marcel.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my! This is crazy.
Gigantic brain,
This is.
man.
But that's a little bit of an issue that you have brain in brain in brain, and hunters are just like, you know what? We just use newspaper. We don't care. I mean,
Best card
do
in the game.
do your tricks. We just can read. Like what? How can you fight that? How you fight ability to read?
Drown him in newsprint. Vampires hate newsprint.
Yeah. But you know what? This is I I I
Very clever shadow trail.
yeah.
Then it turns out it was all mental manipulation. If he had checked 59, it would have been empty, and then he would have been like, "Wait, what did I miss?" And probably checked 58 too to be sure.
Yeah. So I really regret it didn't work. But also like a stoic, clever play by hunters. You know what? Mina scan newspapers. We pay no attention to your nasty tricks, Mr. Dracula. We don't need to.
Yep. That's like the classic. The classic when I was getting started at this game as Dracula. I thought, ooh, I'll pull some clever shenanigan. I'll move and then I'll move one more time and then I'll go to sea and he'll think I'm in Ireland.
Yeah.
The classic move. He
Yeah.
moved and went to sea. He must be in Ireland, you guys. But any good hunter will not act on that information. They'll just ignore it
Depends.
and keep digging.
Yeah, I mean, so it is not like any good hunter will never react. It depends on the situation. But misdirect again. What is happening? What a crazy madman!
Mister, I have better name for DonOJack. We should call him Mr. Misdirect.
Yeah, Mr. Direct, Mr. Rect. Yeah. Okay, this
Holy
is great.
smokes.
I mean, I value trail a little bit too much. I have to admit, and I underutilize misdirect, but I do believe it is a little bit too much. These are three encounters misdirected already, and like encounters bring uh, a lot of power for Dracula. Brings him information about items, keep hunters busy because they need to spend their action to move to clear, and then their action to move away from the location they moved Like, imagine 59 wasn't misdirected. Seward would have to go there instead of straight up to Munich, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's important to make sure they have as much to deal with as possible, especially since like Dracula only has so many turns to use, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not going to get an unlimited number of turns, so you have to make sure each turn you get as much value as you can out of the move, and putting an encounter card down is a big part of that. If you use an entire turn to not put down an encounter, you have to be doing something else that's hopefully really valuable, like a feed, typically.
Yeah, getting free health is quite valuable. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's an encounter that does that when it matures. It gives you 3 health. So it's almost like getting
And
to play
also gives you encounters.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean,
you want to play as many cards as you can.
To be fair, when
more
he
for
was
them
at
to deal with.
59, he might have considered being jumped, so he maybe put down some combat. But, it is not about the damage that hunters can heal easily. It's also about the day actions that hunters don't supply. Yeah. So sometimes it is just clearing those, even like Saboteur. Hunters have to move there, and they search, and they lose another day action. And when you stack those up, sometimes hunters have like over the game 5, maybe even more or less, depends how to.
If all your bats and saboteurs add up, if you
and
get a
aristocratic.
delay, yeah,
Aristocratic. Suddenly, hunters can lose on 10 events, and 10 events maybe like that one more, renewed vigor, one more surprising return for a search. Like, there's a big difference between even deck being below 40 cards and even deck being barely touched below 50 events decks, for example. Like right now, hunters, I personally consider that if the event deck is over 50, hunters are literally undersupplied, and when the event deck is under 40, usually you can expect wild combos of events from hunters, right?
Interesting.
So
yeah. I never thought about putting a magic number on it, but yeah, when you look at it and there's still like a big fat deck left, they're just not as scary.
Because when you consider renewed vigor, like, okay, we have consecrated ground. It is like single event that wins the games, and you can't really do about. Like, hunters can have it as a first card. You cannot play around that, but let's ignore it. Renewed vigor. What is the difference between having renewed vigor and between having renewed vigor with forewarned, with surprising return, with speedy telegraph, and let's say with charted courage or sense of emergency, and maybe plant ambush, lucky find, right? Like, difference between is that
it's all about the card combos. Sorry, go on.
No. I mean, you are right, because you just I was blabbering like in few sentences, and you just summarize it one word. Yes, a combo.
Yeah, like if you set off your whole renewed vigor plan, you're like, yeah, we're gonna get him now, and you play speedy telegraph and renewed vigor, and you get onto him, and he plays fog, then you sit there and go, oh,
I don't have forewarned, right?
He's going to get away now. Yeah, if you don't have forewarned.
Yeah, but if you have,
gotta have that all important combo if you want to guarantee shut him down.
There is a big like combo engine between hunter cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
They really synergize apart from consecrated ground. You just need heavenly hosts, but you want them anyway. So like that's the power of this card. If you do what you want to do, you have a super strong card, right?
Right.
So,
you don't have to go out of your way to make.
Yeah. But as hunters, if you harness all those events and you have combat ready, even somewhat combat ready hunters with enough health and enough items, then having those events that synergize with each other. You know where where Dracula is, so you trigger the double movement, and you trigger the movement cards, and then when you jump on him, you trigger the combat cards. So the combat is easy, and even 2v1 you can win. Like it really, uh, it really plays a big role. And when there's just plain renewed vigor, and sometimes you are like 3 spaces away and horse doesn't work, or 4 spaces away and horse doesn't allow for hunters to reach you, yeah, it is not that dangerous anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I
Godalming
wonder what's going
found,
on. Some trading, maybe.
yeah, okay, but hunters were fairly lucky here that they got horse on the top of the 4 item deck of the new reshuffle, so Godalming is very fast back in action, which
They
is a little
also
bit unlucky.
they also found Toulouse. Maybe Dracula should have misdirected Toulouse instead of the place he went after
It
Toulouse.
depends. I think Mina shouldn't have moved to Saragossa, but to Nantes.
Well, I don't think now at least they haven't even quite eliminated Spain because he still
Yeah,
could have gone to Saragossa and then to 47.
or yeah, or through Bordeaux and Santander, right? But
Right, he could have gone to 8 and then gone back into 47.
yeah, or he. That's why I think that Mina should have checked Nantes, and then one of the hunters Godalming on Stewart checks 15, and then hunters know for sure that Dracula went to Spain or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But now, like going to 38, like basically gave no information. Oh, actually, we see this first time. We
It's
see.
gonna be 39 with a hide.
Oh wait, is this? Whoa!
Oh,
Ooh, an aristocratic.
deduction.
Okay, clutch check. If that was
Nice.
a, but if that was fighter vampire, that would be okay. So Dracula should know now that he has about one. If he's in Spain, but even if not, wait a second, misdirect. One, two. He has about one safe day. That he will not die. He will not die tomorrow. There's almost no chance unless he goes to Granada and will
With Van
get
Helsing
cosmic blood.
delayed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Godalming and Stewart in this position. But 2 days for now, he is in a big danger.
If Dracula goes to 1, if he goes to Alicante, there's a threat of like renewed vigor, and then Godalming or Seward could go to 36 and then excellent weather.
Basically, whenever he goes.
But there's that. But other than that,
I know. Like, remember that hunters will move for 1 day. So, I mean, Godalming and Stewart will not be in Milan. After they move, they will be like, Clermont-Ferrand or Toulouse. So, with horses and tickets, they can get anywhere with renewed vigor into Spain. Literally anywhere. Or, if he is, backtracking and went through Nantes, the issue is that he is still very close to hunters. So he is like the furthest away right now, so like Brussels or Strasbourg. But if he was now in Strasbourg, that would have been cool. Didn't Mina scan? No, Mina searched the body cards, right? So normal move today I think is almost necessary, like normal move or hide. Because remember, Stewart no longer has walk cylinders. He used the one-time effect. Ooh,
yeah.
there's still
If I were Dracula, I would love to be. I mean, he could be all the way to Amsterdam by now.
yeah. By the way, no renewed vigor.
Apparently not.
No day prompt, so no surprising
Yeah.
return, so no crazy combos that we were talking about. And I think there's still no, there is one stake somewhere. If I didn't miss the discard pile, because there were two stakes before the Sarajevo Vampire got staked, so 3 stakes discarded. And I didn't see fourth stake unless I missed it, so there is one stake. So that rumor. Ooh, burcmali, nice, nice check. Like checking the backtrack to Strasbourg. That could have been nasty for him.
Yeah.
No Santander.
Okay. So Dracula didn't go to Spain. He is.
No, we don't know if he didn't.
lurking
I
in
mean,
France.
he might have went through Saragossa to Alicante or Madrid. Misdirect, remember?
Oh yeah.
Misdirect is paying off. Okay. Right now, this misdirect, I mean, we rambled a lot, but this misdirect might be paying more than the encountered, because already, Mina went to 38 and 37, Stewart moved to 51. This is all work of that one misdirect. Nice.
Yeah, sown quite a bit of confusion. He's able to use it. Maybe not misdirecting Toulouse was actually the right call, and misdirecting the space after.
Yeah. Let 36 has already number of connections, so let them check some of those, and then after that, nice. I mean, I think the misdirecting 10 is questionable. Misdirecting 59 might have been too big brain, so big brain that brain a little bit, leaks off your ears and hurts your skull. But that was on point misdirect. This is really classy misdirect. This is the misdirect that Dracula sits in his comfy chair, drinks a tea, and says, "Superb."
Third time's the charm, it seems.
Yeah, okay. 3 more misdirects, and the 6th one will also be top notch.
Maybe if he dark calls 2 more times.
No. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. It's not. It's not the plus minus gives you. Darkle is summary operation, not the multiplication operation. If you know what I mean. This is big. Yeah, finally.
Next time we have a game, I'm gonna dark call every time it's on cooldown.
Okay, this will be very short and easy game for me. Thank you. I will not play you until tournament. I will keep that promise. I will. Brussels and Paris.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
What's
this
going
is.
on?
No, he's checking for the backtrack. No, this is good.
Yeah. So what does that tell us? He did go to Spain after all?
I think it should have been easier to check for Nantes and Clermont-Ferrand, Yeah, I mean, and that because that scouts forced him to normal move Stewart instead of horse. So we know, yeah, he is in Spain. We know that. That would be, what would be funny? Ask me what would be funny here for Tsukachak.
What would be funny?
If Dracula is in 48 right now.
He went there, misdirected it,
wait for Mina to leave it, and then came
Mina
back.
checked it, and then he moved back.
Oh, Dracula is here! And yeah, no, don't fog. I mean, take this, use the escape route. Don't fog. I mean, wait. You know what? You can feel safe. Oh no. Okay, but he needed to take the fight, in my opinion. Or maybe not. I mean, it is already late in the game. Saturday, feed Sunday.
Yeah.
Move into sea and land. Okay. No. Okay, maybe don't. Maybe this game will not take long enough, so that 1v1 combat matters. Especially that Agatha is in play. But
Yeah, you want the health for your sea journey that you're about to go on.
yeah, okay. That and the deck is soon to be reshuffled, so maybe you want to use the fog, so it gets into the discard pile.
I would I would go to Mediterranean, go all the way to Ionian, wolf form to 50. They still have to deal with your vampire.
Yeah.
So like, I mean,
No,
it sucks to have to go to sea when you have, all three of the despair tokens on the board. It sucks, but
no, they're not yet.
what
I
else
mean,
would
you,
you
you
do?
can either feed now and go into the sea, and then land when there are despair tokens, or you can even go to the sea right now to like build on the tempo. But I mean, I would have
Feeling
I would have fed. You know what? Because where do you go from here? Let's be honest. Where do you go from here?
I
Like
mean,
two sea
yeah.
moves is almost obvious Terrenian because you corner yourself too much by South Atlantic, and three sea moves is either extremely dangerous North Atlantic or actually extremely dangerous Ionian Sea. Like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I
I mean, that's the nature of the game for Dracula.
I would have fed because I don't know. Or maybe I don't know actually. I will not criticize for not.
I might have fed two simply because if you look at his encounters, he's got the rumored vampire in Spain somewhere. Like, hunters still need to be dragged into Spain. Mina cannot deal with it because of the fog. So somebody's
Yeah.
going to have to come down here and deal with it, which means
Yeah.
you can afford the extra day, right?
Maybe. Maybe you're
That's my
right. That.
mindset. It's because if you go as far as the Ionian right now, like Seward and Godalming are still centrally placed. So it's not like you're really gonna get
Yeah. I mean,
away
the
from them.
placement of Seward and Godalming is so dangerous for Dracula right now. It is.
Hmm.
It is like there because like North Atlantic is super risky because of many reasons. Consecrated ground, being close to hunters, narrow and very predictable movement. That your best bet is actually Ionian, but the thing that those strong equipped hunters are very close to Ionian. Okay, let's see. They are
Yes.
calling that is. Yeah, I mean, by the way, Dracula trail is clear. It is Madrid because 48 was the misdirected spot. It is 34, 31, 12, 26, 1. Unless he has hid. He didn't hid. Okay, yeah. So unless he has hid along the way. So but we know he didn't. So everything is clear now. Seemingly Seward has a stake. Will he reach Lisbon in time? That is the question. And now that if you fed,
If he has the right ticket, he can get there.
but maybe he can go to Terrenian. The issue is that 3 health difference is surprisingly a lot. If he will
Oh yeah.
be 8 health because of one C move and then wolf form, and so he will be 7 health. I mean, Godalming, it is possible for Godalming to kill 7 health Dracula with Agatha. He has only one encounter, like one event, so yeah, but it is still dangerous. But 10 Dracula, this is different story. Like
Yeah.
7 health is literally heavenly host into the knife,
Yeah.
or like holy bullets into the knife, or even mesmerized knife, or holy bullets. Your knife is broken, but then rifle deals damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
But 10 health,
Seven's tough, but it can be done.
yes,
But
yes.
10 is more like that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, like when you consider that to beat 10 health, you need to deal damage to Dracula 2 more times, for example, right? So like get through 2 more combat turns without strength of mesmerize. This is yeah,
Very tall order.
yeah. Now here is a deal and a big difference between, I would say, inexperienced Dracula and experienced Dracula, right? Experienced Dracula, what is afraid the most at this point of the game? That is,
Consecrated ground, of course.
yeah, exactly. You land into the port, you get pushed back, you die, and you lose the game. And
Yep.
it almost doesn't matter where you landed, right? It is easy for hunters to do, and almost too easy for hunters to find you. So you need to wolfram, and you don't have wolfram. But new players sometimes land without the wolfram, and then it is roulette, basically. Do you gamble if hunters have the consecrated ground or not? And I think that Dracula is in overall decent spot. He had quite a lot of advantage. It is a shame that he didn't manage to feed for the second time, but what can you do? If it wasn't foggy in Alicante, but for example spy, that that would be too. I don't know.
I would maybe wolf form to Bari.
Maybe, or
Then you
Venice.
can feed there.
But do you want to feed when you have, Fear of Dracula ticking?
No, you would hide first.
Yeah, I know, but like feed is in a way free influence.
Yeah, that's a good point. Kind of a waste.
That's why I was thinking, if Dracula feed and now was in Mediterranean, he would have more health and ability to wolfram in Genoa, for example, and it would be decent wolfram. Or somewhere into the middle of the continent, but a little bit more dangerous too because of okay, plotting, but punch. Wait, there is no stake.
He must not have realized. Or he wants his influence point.
No. I mean, opening with plotting, in my opinion, is decent. Almost whatever the situation. I mean, consider you used strength. It is decent, but you wasted strength on a punch, not on a weapon. You used mesmerize. Well, you got countered. Claw. Do you really hope to kill Seward? Not really. So, like, plotting is one of the best cards, even to lose against punch, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's a good play.
Oh, garlic. Oh, those garlic. burcmali loves his garlic.
Attaboy.
Yeah, I was waiting, for you to say something.
Can't lay a finger on you when you got your garlic.
I mean, you can land the claw.
Yeah, but then you get garlic under your fingernails.
Yeah,
So
I
take
mean,
that.
it works pretty well on Godalming,
Oh, it's a dead
Ooh, oh, that's a shame. Okay, it is a shame. It is dead, reckless.
Cut off its head.
Ah,
hat and all.
Okay, that is a
Yeah,
shame.
but now what? Dracula's sailing away.
And Vampire Lair.
Vampire Lair, okay,
Oh,
okay.
that is power of the events, kicking in. Suddenly you have to walk a lot. And you don't have that much health. Like, landing in Barry isn't even that good of a plan now.
No,
No.
no, not.
Unless Cadiz is also a vampire, a fighter vampire, you don't ambush, and it is like additional points, then maybe, you land in Barry and you hide, it is 6 points, vampire mature 9 points, you're up to 10 points. Yeah, and then you go to the sea and land for the win. Okay, that could be decent. But it needs to be specifically fighter vampire, and maybe even a reckless, because new vampire can be ambushed by both Mina and Seward. But would they commit that much if you don't ambush? I don't know. I mean, did we see 2 new vampires? Oh, only one and 2 reckless. Yeah, that's a shame that the reckless died like that. It is always a shame to see vampire ambush and die.
Well, maybe he wanted his point. It wasn't strictly not a good move, but I
No,
agree.
no, no,
Probably you want to wait and lure him into the night fight where your vampire is much more powerful, and then
I mean, I agree.
you
It
could
wasn't.
still even get a point. You know, you could
I
still mesmerize before the fang and get your point back.
4 stakes in a discard pile, by the way. No, I agree. It
Mhm.
wasn't a bad play because you were. I mean, it was good bet that hunters have 1 stake somewhere. So he get a point, get some damage before he gets staked. Yeah.
Also,
totally. Yeah.
what did he have? He had 3 points.
He had 3 points. Yes. So that 1
With
point
Fury of
mattered.
Dracula, yeah, that 1 point did matter. If he'd
Yeah.
had 4 points, that's one
Definitely.
fewer day.
Yeah, like 1 point had the same value almost as 3 points.
Right.
I mean, 3 points have more value because 1 point has the same value as 3 points, but with the asterisk that another 2 points have the value of 0 points.
It was an important point. Some points are more important than other points.
Yes, basically.
That first point matters. The second one, not so much. Third one, not so much. Fourth one matters. Seventh one matters.
Sometimes, if you have 6 points and you are on a reckless vampire, that reckless vampire can give you a win, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. A C move, which might be necessary,
That's
when
what
you...
I was thinking. Is like it's unfortunate that you have to do this, but you might have to do this.
Yeah.
Just get to the Ionian and then start scoring the points.
The biggest issue
no.
is now that if he lands without the wolf form, hunters don't even need a scouting event if they have consecrated ground. They can straight up kill you with consecrated ground if you just land without the wolf form, which is sad that you are almost forced to wolf form.
Not if he went to Ireland.
Wait, Ireland is easy to be dealt with. Consecrated ground.
Oh, but I mean, you're saying if they don't have a scouting event.
Yeah,
there's
but
still obfuscation.
No. Because if consecrated ground, you put first token in Salonika, second token in Athens, and third token in Galway.
Oh, okay. I see your point.
And then if you're in any of these 3 locations in this order, you just... And Dracula has exactly 7 health, so it's exactly enough to die, sadly.
You would still need the last heavenly host though to make good on blocking.
Yeah, but hunters used 1 heavenly host. Maybe they didn't get it back. But do you really want to bet your luck?
It would just be really unfortunate as the hunters to play your CG and do all that, only to find out.
But did you hear my poem? I think I was very poetic.
I don't think so. I forgot.
Okay, so... Ooh, he's giving away Cadiz. There is some pattern that clearly this player doesn't care of his next encounters after the vampire. So it does seem that maybe another encounters weren't vampires, but do you really want to bet about that right now? Oh, I think this is...
Even more importantly, Renewed Vigor was just played while Dracula was at sea. I don't think he's good.
Evil presence right now.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so we know he's Ionian.
Well, oh yeah, okay, because he's not in the North Atlantic. He'd be adjacent to
Exactly.
Van Helsing. I didn't even notice that. I was over here looking at the Adriatic. Okay, yeah, so we know that's as good as a money trail. That's great.
Yeah, it is big deal. Because again, do you play around consecrating the ground? I mean, hunters are really deep into events and wolf form, but then don't have wolf form and you are low on health, so like Godalming can deal with you. Godalming did that little bit of a weird move. Is this excellent weather? Most, I mean, double
A
confirmation.
little
No, he's
redundant there.
not. He's not there. I mean, it is a little bit of shame that you are forced to use all of the supplies right now, but I kind of think you have to, just because, you know, we didn't see any hoaxes. It might be a hoax.
That'd be huge for Dracula if it was.
Yeah.
32 events left in the deck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoa! These are so few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And Devilish Power is in the discarded
Yeah.
event cards face up. Why is it face up? In Sensationalist Press.
Because of the Mystic Research.
Oh, okay.
There's so
Personal
few
pet peeve
drunk-
of mine about this game is that there's very little guidance from the game as far as when cards are discarded face up and when they aren't.
This is true. Normal and
Oh,
hoax.
it is a hoax.
I mean, the issue is that hunters don't. That for hunters, 3 tokens is enough to kill Dracula, even with the village power. So,
Wait.
unless
What-
he,
You're right, because you don't have to put anything in Athens and you can still error him. If you put the CG token in 55, and then
I mean-
you put the hosts in 46 and 50.
no, you put first one in 46. If Dracula is in there, then you put 50, 55, 46 again. You can put double tokens.
What? You can?
You didn't know that?
No.
Okay, now you know. Well,
But
if if
but
this
Dracula could feed, and then your heavenly host in 55 goes away, and he can go to 55.
is Darkness Returns is very dangerous because hunters can still
Yeah.
use consecrated ground. This is the unique situation where the speedy how like unearthly swiftness
is technically
is-
a bit better.
not technically but strictly much better. Oh, why surprising return? Is it a CG play? Is it? Yeah, I think this is it. Salonika, yeah, okay. If he wolf formed,
You need a triple to get him here.
yes.
Yeah, if
You
he
need-
wolf formed, he'd been in 50.
Yes, and he probably would have won that game with Darkness Returns. Oh, it always hurts to see like the new players. We will see if this is a consecrated ground. But hear me out. Yes. Oh,
No, I know what you mean. Wolf form. You got a wolf form to defend against this. That's the way you do it
yes,
as
yes,
Dracula.
and
And
okay.
it's something we all have to learn at one point or another. This has happened to everybody who's ever
Yeah,
played Dracula.
Yeah, but I feel a little bit sad. I feel like sympathy to DonOJack because I think he really played on par here with burcmali,
Oh, he
and
played a good game.
yeah, it was very interesting with some weird big brain plays and some true real big brain plays, some combat, some aggression, some over the top and misplaced aggression, some adequate aggression. And yeah, in my mind, he was able to win this game if he wolf forms and uses Darkness Returns. he's Gucci,
Hmm.
but
Yep.
he is not Gucci anymore. He is
No,
forced to sea and
he's
retire.
very, very dead,
He's
unfortunately
very
for me.
dead, but maybe maybe we need to accept that as learning experience, you know. But
That's part of it for sure.
yeah, but it is a little bit of shame because it was a good game. And I mean, sorry, burcmali, if you'll be watching this, that I don't focus on you so much. But there are two reasons. One is that I'm very Dracula oriented, and second is that this is my channel. Fuck you. No, this is a new player, DonOJack, so I kinda want to, put a little bit more emphasis on him.
It is the New Blood tournament after all.
Yeah, but
But hey,
very,
there's another win for old burcmali there.
yeah, like he did like a lot of proper things, right? Like there was some unpolished stuff with Seward misplaced movement. Maybe Godalming was a little bit over aggressive when he was so weak. Why do you need to jump like that, right? Come on, what's up with that? That Mina jump with holy bullets into the night fight with new vampire. Why not day fight? Like, what is going on with that, right?
Well, yeah, it's a classic example. This game is a classic example of how this game goes, where the hunters can make many, many mistakes and they can still win. They can still
Yeah,
come back from that. But Dracula makes one single mistake, one bad move, and it's all over.
yeah.
The hunters can lose many times as long as they win once when it counts.
Yeah. Well put, Captain Gyro. Yeah. Especially with all those powerful events, when hunters
Take that
are
good
down.
surprising return.
Yeah. That is also good. I mean, unnecessary. Again, he had enough tokens. He had 4 tokens. Basically, if this is what we're funny enough that this is what we talked about 2 days before the landing, right? What do you fear as experienced Dracula
Yep,
versus what do you
you
think
predicted
about
it.
that match as new vampling, new vamp. I need to polish that, okay? I will return that in future videos. It will be funny, I promise. Uh, but yeah, consecrated ground. That's the issue, and uh, that's the issue with like pirate Dracula. You spend too much time, you get damage, you're easily killed, you get narrowed, you give time for hunters, you just get consecrated ground to kill you.
Yeah, that was a great use of surprising return too. It really is a game-winning card when used at the right time like that.
Yeah, I mean, I like that you underline that, even if it didn't matter, because he was.
Yeah, I mean, technically he didn't really need it because Dracula didn't have that many locations he could have been, right? But
He was able to be in 2 locations.
right.
So yeah,
But let's say the local rumors evil presence hadn't happened, right? Let's say
right.
local rumors and evil presence were both blood transfusion and long night.
Yes. So
Then
then you need to surprising
surprising
return.
return.
Then you need to surprising return Nont, and then you do all the same stuff.
Yeah.
Unless Dracula wolf forms, that's why you need to. I mean, that's that's the short lesson. No, that's the long lesson. With the short punchline is that in most of the cases, not all, but in most of the cases, when Dracula lands from sea, he needs that wolf form.
Yeah.
Or he dies to consecrated ground, and even if not, he can be really wrecked against some surprising returns and renewed vigorous combos.
He wolf formed from C in the book. Kids, do your homework.
Yeah, read your night
There's a
stories.
reason he did it.
Yeah, okay. It was really fun having you Captain Gyro. It is really fun doing anything with you, to be honest.
You too, buddy. Always
So
a pleasure. Thanks for having me on, man. It was a good time.
yeah, and thank you, and I hope you all have a good night.